Hey everyone, it's Tim, and I'm going to do a little video this morning. It's going to be very short about the evolution of Crystal. This is Crystal that you're seeing on the screen. Crystal is a mother of two, Canadian, now living in Australia. She's somebody who put away all of the excuses and stopped procrastinating and helped herself. And I wanted to show you all of this because it's something that each and every one of you can do. But so many of us are committed to the excuses that we make for ourselves that we don't have time because we have kids. It's not that easy because I have to cook meals for my children, my husband, and then myself. So if I test my food, muscle test, and that's all that she did, is she muscle tested or balance sway tested, whatever you want to call it, her food, and obeyed what her body said that it needed. Nothing more. That's it. That's exactly what she did. No more or no less exercise, to my knowledge, than what she was already doing previously. The only thing she did was to muscle test, which is a form of kinesiology. For those of you who don't know, I heard one woman on one of my posts saying that her husband believed that it was some form of witchcraft. It's actually kinesiology. It's a proven and accepted science. Here in Canada, there's kinesiologists in this region, there's a kinesiologist in every hospital. Across Canada, I'm not 100% sure. I believe in most hospitals across Canada, they have kinesiologists on staff. This is kinesiology. This is not, it's an extended form of kinesiology, but it is kinesiology. So let's get through this and just kind of show you what Crystal has done and what you can do as well. This is about motivating you, letting you know this is a mom of two, married, has to deal with her husband, the home, the kids. She just gave up her excuses, and you need to too. If this is what you want to accomplish, the first thing you need to do is give up the excuses. The second thing is to start muscle testing your food. It's all that Crystal did. The photo that's on the screen is when I met Crystal, which I believe was around 2014, 2015. And she presented with all of this inflammation that you're seeing in her face here. I'm not sure how old Crystal is, to be honest. I keep wanting to say her age, but I can't remember. Just full of inflammation. Obesity in itself, morbid obesity in itself, the excess weight will provoke widespread and massive inflammation. You're seeing that all in her cheeks and her forehead. This is actually the good picture. I couldn't find the one where it was way more prominent, but that's fine. You get the idea here. You can just see the inflammation. All that redness in her face, that's not, she doesn't have rosacea. She has inflammation, and it's widespread. So this is another photo around the same time that she had posted when we began getting rid of the inflammation. Again, this is around 2015, 2014. Inflammation's going. She's starting to feel a bit better and starting to realize that, hey, I can help myself. This is where she kind of showed the pictures of, hey, look, here was my inflammation. Then here's what's all that's left. Look, something can happen. And I think this is the point where something kind of sparked in her mind, and she thought, hey, I can do this. So this is when she started, and this would be July of 2016, not August. July 2016, she began muscle testing her food. You see there's week 1 and week 4. And you can see in just that short of a time, she's not starving herself. She's not keeping food away and just, she's not like on a 500 calorie diet. The only thing she's doing is muscle testing and identifying what foods her body is sensitive or allergic to. By doing that, you eliminate the immune process that makes you store fat. And there is an immune process that makes you store fat. Every sensitivity, every allergy, a part of the immune process is inflammation, and then the reduction of lipase production, which is an enzyme that breaks down, pancreatic enzyme that breaks down fat, because it's going to store the fat to wrap your organs and every single one of your cells with fat to protect it from the inflammation and these foreign invaders that it doesn't know how to process. So this is what happened in only 4 weeks, or I guess this would be 3 weeks maybe? I don't know if that's day 1, or I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. So this is what happened. And you can see the visible difference It's actually fairly dramatic. And then we go on, and this is August, and you're starting to see even more of a difference from when she began. She's kind of got her chin pushed there, which kind of exaggerating things a bit here. I'm going to be honest about that. And here you're seeing more losses and all of the puffiness and the bloatedness going away. Sometimes it takes more time than others for some people for that to go away. Then we jump on to December of 2016, and here we go. Have a look at her on the right-hand side, her after photo. Again, the losses are continuing. And she continued through it. No, it's not easy. She has 2 children, a husband, a house to run, so much that she has to do. But she did it anyway. She committed to it. She did it. Then we start looking at April. Look at these 2 differences. This is from, I assume, when she began. I actually think she actually looks smaller on the left side in the beginning point than what she was when she actually started. Maybe the black is masking, but there's nothing masking on the right. The losses are quite substantial. And we move on, and now we're into May. And it doesn't even look like the same person anymore. Now, compare these. Now, she's not pushing her chin down in this one. So this is in June of this year, just a couple of months ago, as she went on a game show in Australia. I remember her writing the name of it. Look at that. Look at the different. Most of all, look at the reality of the smiles in the eyes, the comfort and self-love. And the self-love isn't about, hey, I look better. It's, hey, I feel better. Hey, I did this for myself. Look, I'm a friggin' warrior princess. I can do this. I can do this. I've overcome this. You begin to recognize your own strength and what you are capable of. And here she is just last month, just a few short weeks ago. This is the same gal, folks. This is the beginning. Okay, she's not wearing black now, so she's not masking. This is her from the beginning, from July 2016, and this is her July 2017. This is about a 1 week short of a year. Over 100 pounds lost, and did nothing more than muscle tested her food. Please recognize this, folks. She didn't starve herself. She didn't say, okay, I muscle tested my food, and then I only ate 500 calories. No, she muscle tested her food, and she ate as though she always ate. There will come a point where you may need to adjust calories if your caloric intake is too high. That's something you can consider later. But as you begin, especially in cases of morbid obesity, it becomes simple because you can just keep eating what you were already eating and you're going to lose weight. If you adjust your calories, if your caloric intake is insane, if you adjust them down, of course you're going to do better. So this is her, and this is what she did, and this is what you can do. This is the same sort of thing that I've done myself. It's not just about, she's thinner, more socially acceptable, and I'm using my little quote fingers, you guys just can't see it, but it's not about that. It's about her health. It's about, and she's posted photos in her underwear within the private group for everyone to see. I'm not going to post those publicly for everybody to see. She's given me permission to share her photos, but I'm not going to do that one. There's no hanging fat, and which I think is her genetics. Not everybody can expect that. So there's no hanging skin. Sorry, it's not there. But just muscle test your food, folks. It didn't just make her lose weight; it made her healthy, and not just healthy because she lost the weight. When you nourish your body properly and you put into it what it needs, you take away the inflammation, which is the #1 cause of almost every chronic illness on this planet today. The longer you fill your body full of inflammation, the more of these chronic diseases and illnesses that you can expect to follow. She feels good, she looks good, she's full of vitality, you can see it in her face. It's not just cockiness because she lost weight. She's a warrior princess. She proved it. When you can overcome something so great, 100 pounds 1 year, you're a warrior. She's a warrior, and that warrior is in each and every one of you, and every one of you can do this, just the same way that she has. Learn how to muscle test your foods. videos on my profile. If you go to my profile page, in my featured photos, there's a link to my YouTube channel that teaches you how to muscle test food. Do it. It will change your life. Not just your weight, not just your belt size. It will change your life, period. That's it. Bye-bye.